What's up, everybody? You're watching the J Red Show on YouTube and TikTok. For the last couple of years, Buffalo sports fans have been asking themselves two questions. One, is this the year the Bills go to and win the Super Bowl? And is this the year the Sabres return to the playoffs? As we approach 2026, Buffalo sports fans, again, ask themselves the same two questions. Is 2026 the year the Bills will finally go to and win the Super Bowl? And is 2026 finally the year the Sabres return the playoffs? Well, for both teams, I'd say there's reasons for optimism and those reasons for pessimism and skepticism. Starting off with the Bills. They lost 13-12 to the Philadelphia Eagles in a game that has Buffalo sports fans feeling the opposite of what they felt most of the season. A game where they are feeling good about the defense and feeling bad about the offense. Even though they have the best quarterback and the best running back in the NFL. Buffalo was just unable to score until midway through the fourth quarter. But you got to give props to the defense. They looked really good against a really good Philadelphia Eagles offense. So was this the turning point for the defense? And what can be done to fix the offense? I guess if you want to take a glass that's half full approach, it did look like Josh Allen is fighting an injury. You can tell he's been injured, his ankle's been hurt, he's been limping a lot. So it's a good thing that next week's game, that New England clinched the division, that next week's game, the final game at Highmark Stadium, will be a rest the starters game. Give Josh Allen 2 weeks to get healthy. And just hopefully they can go on the road and win 3 games. And then one more after that on their way to the Super Bowl. So your reason for optimism is maybe Josh Allen can put on his Superman cape and just play lights out. When that happens, the Bills can beat anybody. The problem is we have not seen a lot of that this season. I mean, part of it's Allen's injury, so I guess you could... Yeah, of course we're hoping that he'll be healthy in 2 weeks. But the reason for pessimism and the glass is half empty approach is just the play calling from Sean McDermott and Joe Brady leaves much to be desired. And Josh Allen does not have that number one wide receiver. Just everything that's wrong with the Bills' offense, we just saw on display against Philadelphia. And I can understand why some Bills are pessimistic. They can win 4 road games on our way to Super Bowl. A franchise that has not won a road playoff game since the last time the Buffalo Bills won a playoff game on the road was the 1993 AFC Championship game. And so, yeah, there's definitely reasons for optimism and there's reasons for pessimism. And, of course, the question as we head to the playoffs, how many more chances is Terry Pegula going to give Brandon B and Sean McDermott? I mean, if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, in a year they don't have to deal with Mahomes, is this the end of the line for them? Because I look at this playoff stat, this is, on paper, the Bills' best opportunity to win the Super Bowl in the Allen B. McDermott era. If you want another reason for optimism, every team is flawed. There is no super team. The Rams are widely considered to be the best team in the NFL. They just lost the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, New England has flaws. San Francisco has flaws. Seattle has flaws. Denver has flaws. I'm not really sold on Bo Nix. Every team has flaws. So the question is, can the Bills take advantage of a weak conference? Next week, we'll talk about memories in the stadium since the Bills-Jets game is being much meaningless. What are your thoughts here on Twitter at JRed Show? Now on to the Sabres, who have won 9 in a row. Go figure. Last year, they lose 13 games in a row, and Kevin Adams will get fired. And then he gets fired. They've now won 9 in a row. And of course, I called the WGR 550 this morning, and they asked, do you believe this Sabres team is legit? Do you think this is finally the year the Sabres make the playoffs? My brother and my friend, they're jaded. They remember that 10-game winning streak back in 2018. It's like, how are they not getting in the playoffs that year? With Eichel, Kane, and O'Reilly. So they're very hesitant to jump on the Believers bandwagon. But I can tell you, folks, this team is a lot better than the 2018 team. That 2018 hot 10-win game streak, that 2018 10-game winning streak, they had a lot of overtime and shootout victories. They had a great goaltending. This team is just winning in regulation. They're playing their best hockey, and they're not even 100% healthy. Jason Zucker's out, and Jason Zucker's out. And it brings us to the Sabres. They have a good problem coming up. Do they put Jason Zucker back in the lineup? It's like, how do they mess with the lineup that's won 9 games in a row? So that's a good problem to have, right, Mewtwo? That, and they have an experienced general manager, and that Sabres fans have faith that can put the finishing... that Sabres fans have faith in to put the finishing touches on them and get them over the finish line. But what's crazy is, despite winning 9 games in a row, the Sabres are still on the outside looking in. With Montreal beating Florida today, they're 3 points out of the division, top 3 of the division, and they're 1 point out of a wild card spot. But what's crazy is, despite this hot streak, they're also 4 points ahead of last place in the conference, which just shows how insane the conference is. If they go on a slump, they'll be right back at the bottom of the NHL. So that's your reason for pessimism. But I guess you can say you look at the conference and say, just like the Bills with the AFC, it is wide open. Just like how this is the best chance for the Bills to win the Super Bowl, this could be the Sabres' best chance to make the playoffs. Ain't that right, Mewtwo? So tomorrow, the Olympic rosters will be determined, and we'll see if Bill Guerin has learned from his mistakes. Will he put Tage Thompson over Brock Nelson? Although Thompson's been very inconsistent, Alex Tuch might be a better option for Team USA. So what do you think, Buffalo sports fans? Ask yourself, is this the year the Bills finally get to and win the Super Bowl? And is this the year the Buffalo Sabres finally return to the playoffs? Will we be at a Super Bowl parade in February? And will we be at Party at the Plaza for a Sabres playoff game in April? Well, I hope you all have a happy new alongside me and my cat Mewtwo. This is JRed signing off. Have a good night. Hit me on Twitter for JRed Show for your thoughts. And have a good night. Happy New Year. Go Bills. Go Sabres. I'll pet you for another 10 seconds, and then we'll leave my audience. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Say goodbye, audience. Bye.